Welcome to 10-Minute Terror, a place where the familiar twists into something ancient, something patient, something hungry. Tonight's story is a descent into a forest that does not follow the rules of our world. This is Lost in the Woods. My brother Mark always said the woods near Briar Lake felt wrong. Not dangerous, just wrong. Like stepping into a room where someone had been arguing only moments before. We planned a simple hiking weekend to reconnect. Two brothers, fresh air, nothing complicated. But the forest felt empty from the moment we stepped off the gravel road. No insects, no birds. Not even the distant groan of wind in the branches. Just silence that stretched too long between each footstep. 2 hours in, the trail forked. Left led to the lake. Right, well, it wasn't really a trail at all, just a thin path pressed unnaturally into the leaves, as if something had dragged itself through the forest and left a perfect line behind. Mark said he'd never seen it before. We followed it anyway. The deeper we walked, the stranger the forest became. The trees grew evenly spaced, as if measured by some unseen architect. Branches bent in repeating, mirrored shapes. We passed the same fallen log 3 times, identical down to the cracks in the bark. It felt like the woods were trying to imitate themselves, and failing. The sunlight changed. Not dimming, just shifting from warm gold to icy blue, then back again in abrupt pulses. Mark checked his watch, only to find it dead. My phone displayed no time at all, just a blank screen, glowing softly, like it was thinking. And then everything stopped. The breeze, the drifting leaves, even the dust motes in the light froze in midair. A deep dragging sound groaned beneath the forest floor, slow and heavy, like something massive was shifting just under the soil. We turned back toward the trail, but the trees behind us seemed turned, angled slightly inward, watching. We pushed deeper into the forest, hoping to circle around and find another route out. The trees became stranger, almost humanoid. They're not shaped like faces with hollow, stretched mouths. Mark stopped walking. He tilted his head like he was listening to something far away. I asked what was wrong. He whispered, "It's calling me." When I asked what he meant, he just shook his head like he'd already forgotten saying it. We tried to return to the original trail, but now the forest was full of paths, all identical. It was like the woods were rearranging themselves around us. A low vibration shuddered beneath our feet. Leaves trembled. The ground surged upward in places as if something was rising beneath it. We ran. We burst into a clearing, perfectly circular, bare earth in every direction. At the center was a hole, not a natural sinkhole, not erosion. A perfect circle cut into the earth, darker than shadow, smooth at the edges like the ground had been melted open. Mark stepped toward it, drawn in as if hypnotized. "It sees us," he said. The hole widened silently as he approached, not collapsing, opening, stretching like a pupil dilating in the center of the earth. I grabbed Mark's arm, but something under the soil had him. His boots sank into the ground as if it had turned soft. The dirt tightened around his ankles, gripping him. Thin, root-like tendrils slithered out and wrapped themselves around his legs, pulling him down inch by inch. Mark screamed that something was inside his head. He said it was showing him places, stars arranged in impossible patterns, skies that breathed like lungs, horizons lined with teeth. He begged me to pull harder. I tried until my fingers tore. His hand slipped from mine. He was swallowed by the earth, just like that. A moment later, the soil smoothed itself. The hole vanished. The clearing looked untouched, as if Mark had never existed. I ran. Branches whipped past me. The forest seemed to bend away, clearing a path for me, pushing me out like I was no longer of interest. I burst onto the real trail so suddenly, I fell to my knees. Birdsong returned. Wind returned. Sunlight looked normal again. The world felt real. They searched for Mark for 2 weeks. Volunteers, dogs, drones, no prints, no sign of disturbed soil, no evidence he had ever stepped beyond the main trail. But at night, when the house is quiet, I hear leaves shifting beneath my bedroom floorboards. Sometimes I hear Mark's voice from deep beneath the foundation, calling my name. Sometimes I hear him whisper, "It sees you now." And sometimes I hear something else, something deeper, something bigger, breathing. This has been 10-Minute Terror. If you ever find a path in the woods that wasn't there the day before, don't follow it. Some trails don't lead out. Some trails don't lead anywhere at all. They just wait. And the thing beneath them waits too.